Jay here, Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm not outside Old Trafford. I'm not in Dublin, where we've just been after a fantastic live event there. Thank you to all the Dublin fans that came over and chatted to us and saw us. And yeah, we just helped us have a great night. Really loved it. We're back there again soon, but I'm not in Dublin. I'm in my kitchen in sunny Salford. And actually, it's not that sunny. It's a bit grim. Excuse me. So if you're going out, make sure you've got your parkers on. Obviously, there's a game later on today, Manchester United traveling to Nottingham for the Forest game. Big one. This is it. This is the big one. Hoping to build on that Aston Villa comeback. There's been a bit of team news or squad news, I should say, going into this. Don't forget as well, if you've not done already, to hit like, share and subscribe. Speaking on his press conference yesterday, Erik Ten Hag said we have the same squad as we had against Villa. And yet, it's a tough game. We know that. We have to play our best football. We know that. But that is what we are preparing for. So expect a similar squad. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the same team. I thought that team did well pretty much throughout the entire team, to be honest with you, against Villa. I thought the front three looked fantastic, linked up well. Marcus obviously feeding Garnacho getting a couple of goals. Rasmus Højlund getting off the mark in the Premier League as well. Those three really looked on it. Thought the midfield did well as well. Love Kobbie Mainoo. What isn't there to love? And also Christian Eriksen. I think it's almost gone under the radar how important he is to this team and how well he's done since he arrived. And to have him back in that team, you know, you could see the difference. And obviously the back four speaks for itself, especially Johnny Evans. Got to give a little nod to him because I thought he played fantastically well against Aston Villa. That clearance in the second half was just chef's kiss. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps the same team. Let me know in the comments. Get involved and let me know, would you do the same? Erik Ten Hag when it comes to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. There's a few stories doing the rounds here. There's one here in the Mail. It says Erik Ten Hag is confident he has the backing of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co-owners INEOS to continue as Manchester United manager, but admits he's been too busy to speak to the club's new chief. So he's not had a sit down. We've been talking about this meeting, haven't we? That he's meant to have with INEOS, whether that's Dave Brailsford or with the big man himself, should we say, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. However, I don't look like they've had that meeting yet, but the manager's still confident. He said, we are really looking forward to working together. INEOS wants to work with me in this structure, and I want to work with them. From the start of the process, I was kept informed, first by Richard Arnold and later on by Patrick Stewart, who's I think is the interim CEO. We love an interim appointment, don't we, in Manchester United? So I know everything. I know every detail, how the meetings and talks and agreements are. Now it will just have to settle down and give us some time. I have to talk with them and then we will see. But I'm very positive about the messages I've been given. The schedule is so condensed. I didn't have time so far to speak with them, but it will come. So he's feeling pretty confident that everything's going to be okay. He goes on to say, I'm looking forward to the talks with them. In other clubs, they have experience. In other sports, they have a lot of knowledge. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they can contribute. And I'm sure they can. I mean, it's weird, isn't it, right? Because part of me is thinking, okay, Erik Ten Hag, he's done a good job since he come in. Last season was very good. This season's not been so great, but I personally think he deserves time because of last season and given to the end of the season at least. And you think, you know what, changing the manager now would be a bit of an upheaval. Will it really be a positive move? Would it get us sort of rapidly moving up the table? I don't think it would. I think the best bet is to stick with this manager, let him work with the players that he wanted to bring in. We know he wanted to bring in these players. They weren't forced upon him. We know he wanted the likes of Mason Mount, who's still not come back from injury, Lisandro Martinez, again, who's not come back from injury, Christian Eriksen, Rasmus Højlund. You can argue maybe Casemiro was one that wasn't necessarily his target, but Casemiro still got to come back as well. And there's lots of other players. So I think he deserves to be given a bit of time. But then you always know with a new owner, there's always that chance that one of the things they want to do when they change something is change the manager. The noises we're hearing, though, excuse me, are that Erik Ten Hag's job is safe for now anyway. So he's obviously looking forward to working with them. It sounds like they're looking forward to working with him. We'll have to wait and see. I'd like to see him stay at the club and be given a chance to work on this new regime because it'd be good for him as well to be able to work with a structure or within a structure where it seems that people actually know what they're doing, which hasn't been the case with the Glazers. There's a tweet doing the rounds, and this is from, I don't know why this has been picked up, right? This has been picked up by the Manchester Evening News, and it comes from Ingazio Gennady, who he's got like 5,000 followers, which doesn't sort of fill me with confidence. And he's basically saying that Spurs are leading the race to sign Todibo, who was already on our shortlist. Obviously, Todibo was one of the players we'd be looking at. I mean, yeah, I don't really know why this is. It says here, report, Spurs reach agreement for Todibo. So United have been linked with Jean-Claire Todibo from Nice, and people have been looking at it going, well, so Jim Ratcliffe's got sides to Nice. Obviously, that's a deal that can happen. Good defender. But the source of that is ropey, to say the least. I'm not so confident on that one. I don't know whether you can hang your hat on that particular story, to be honest with you. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it, but we don't know whether that's true or not, and I'm not that confident it is. And also, we don't even know how solid interested in Todibo is, because we keep hearing conflicting reports about our January transfer business. One thing you can bank on, though, is we will be giving you all the updates every day when there is any transfer news. And even when there isn't much news, we're still going to let you know what that news is. So make sure you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. We're going to be back later on with the watch-along. It's going to be me and Joe Smith for the Forest game. So we want you to join us for that one. If you want to as well, if you want to get involved, you can send us your score predictions, film yourself like that. Landscape, 30 seconds, give your score prediction, send it to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. We're back later for the watch-along. I'm J Motty. This has been a paper talk on a pretty drizzly day in Salford. Thanks for watching.